So I arrived in Sevastopol, and I know my first impression, you know, everybody knows I'm a coffee addict, so I went to a coffee shop and look, Russians don't hate the West. Look, they even write everything in English. And even the girl making the coffee looks exactly like an Australian girl her age, full of piercings. And you see good coffee, old cameras. These days I will show you more and more coffee shops here. Hey everybody, I'm in Sevastopol today. It was a long journey from Donetsk, about 12 hours. Now you have to understand, when you're somebody like me here, basically the only foreign journalist in all these new territories, and not so new territories like Crimea, there's a lot of checkpoints, and there's a lot of questioning when I move. So what would have been a 9-hour journey took more than 12. Anyway, we arrived here in the evening, and I went to sleep about midnight. At 1 a.m. a huge attack, drones and Ataka missiles on the city, woke me up. It was very loud. Somebody who's been to Donetsk for almost a year, it's hard to impress me with a big attack, but that was a big attack. And apparently there was some material damage, but like I said, I don't know the city, I don't know anybody here yet, and I'll try maybe and get to sites a bit later today. Still finding my feet here. Arrived here alone, so absolutely no connections, but I'll make them for sure. My first impression that this is an incredible city, very historical, Greek flavor, Mediterranean flavor. Yeah, I'll give you. You'll get everything from Sevastopol very soon. So on my arrival in Sevastopol, I booked into Hotel Ukraina. Whoever can read Cyrillic can see it. And I did it on purpose. I decided to stay in Hotel Ukraina because in Ukraine, you'll have to drop dead to see a hotel called Hotel Russia. There's absolutely cancel culture there. Russia does not exist. Russia is a monster and stuff like this. But in Russia, there's no cancel culture. And there's a few people who are pissed off with it, how accepting and tolerant the Russians are. But Hotel Ukraina hasn't had his name changed or anything like this. Regarding the quality of the hotel, well, not too bad, not too good. It's totally acceptable. That's what I would say. It's called an art hotel. I think it's because the lobby is really artistic. generational Russian rock band. Bit of a flea market here. I should admit I prefer this quiet music than the intense rock at the moment. Again, like every Russian city, a memorial to basically to the victims of fascism. Sevastopol was 1941, 1942 was going through a horrendous siege. The city was destroyed. It was captured for a while. In a way, so many Russians, they feel it's a deja vu. Absolutely a deja vu. Like 80 years later, and still fighting fascism.
Кто-то, у кого будет биометрия, смогут это предоставить.
And the beautiful bay, harbor, lagoon of Sevastopol.
Так слышишь, мы в поле дошли.
Sevastopol is one of these places that I've wanted to visit for a long time. My first impression of this place could be just one word: majestic. I'm gonna spend, everywhere I go, I'm not a quick reporter. I don't go on press tours. I don't come for a day or two. I spend a bit of time here and try and bring you really the heart and soul of the city. It really has the feel of, like, it is the city of Katerina the Great, and it has the feeling of an empress. It's Greek, Roman, whatever you want to call it. Classy hotels and restaurants. And of course, every city or even big town in Russia as Victoria's Secret. Of course, Victoria's Secret did not want to lose the clientele of Russian women. So, yeah, sanctions, you know, the bullshit of sanctions. Victoria's Secret is well and alive in Russia. We all know how Russian women like to take care of themselves. Such a beautiful and artistic cafes in Sevastopol. It's a beautiful cafe that has it's a bookshop. There's so many beautiful things here. It's a very special city, 100%. Cats. We all know how much I love cats.
Here is our second room.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. Thank you. And second floor of bookshop. I'm really taken back by Sevastopol. It's so beautiful. It's like a combination. It could be a Greek city, it could be a Turkish city, it could be a Portuguese city. It's almost like a mixture of all. So my friend just gave me very interesting information that actually Sevastopol was totally destroyed in World War II. And this is one wall, the only wall that remained intact, for a building that remained intact from World War II. So you see the battle against fascism continues. This is another incarnation today of the battle against fascism. In Sevastopol there's many friendly street cats. They're all being really taken care of by people, but they like hang out on the benches, and they seem to all have characters, and people know them, so they like come and meet them, greet them, bring them some food, and they all actually look in top health. So it's one of my pastimes, is just go and different benches that have the cats, have a bit of a pat with them. And as you can see, the cities, the places that have been targeted and shells, they're peaceful civilian cities where people basically just want to live a life. And they're usually very beautiful places, like many places in Russia, especially the historical places. Sevastopol is an extremely historical place. Russian cities and the Russian design of society is really focused on the family. So everywhere you see basically activities for families. You can even have pony rides. And also, most of the places I've observed, like with family recreation facilities, they're free, absolutely free. Even the big expo in Moscow, everything is free. Of course, if you want to rent one of these cars with batteries and things like this, you got to pay something. It's very cheap. but the infrastructure for families is absolutely free. The cultural centers are free. Every city has a Dom Cultura, House of Culture, full of activities. I don't know what our society in the West is. What is it designed now for? Basically for promoting non-family values, for destruction of the family. But society here is designed to encourage the family, and also in a very practical way. I mean, you get a lot of money from the government for every child you have. So if you have children, basically that stress of how to support the children is in many ways gets relieved by the government. Tax breaks, money, outright money, birth allowances, yeah, it's all designed so people can have families and not struggle. Street animals are really being taken care of in Russia, and I think I've showed you in some report from Donetsk, even places where they're shelled 24/7. You can still see the people coming out to feed the animals and make sure they're all right. That's also a sign of a healthy society. It's very hot. It's in Crimea in the summer. It's same like Greece. You can imagine Greece or something like this, especially in the middle of the day. And another one of these beautiful street cats that are so beautiful. And actually cats, they're healers. You know, they feel when you pat them, they're sending you really amazing energies. Hey cat. It seems that Russian cities always compete who will have a greater Lenin statue. But there is no Russian city without a Lenin statue. It's interesting, I asked this guy yesterday, we talked about Lenin statues, and I asked him, so what do you think about Lenin? Because I know people have different opinions about Lenin, and some like, some dislike, some in the middle. And he said something very clear to me. He said it doesn't matter if I like or dislike Lenin. He's a very important part of our history and who we are today. Generally, Russians love their statues. You see Lenin's statue and then the church, and that's one of the things that Russians always voiced to me that was the most irritating for them about communism, was the story of the persecution of religion and the church. They liked a lot of aspects of communism, but taking away God did not gel well with the Russians. See the change of guard in Crimea 2013 and then 14. Yeah, making the state the god wasn't really liked. Understandably so. It's a beautiful flower clock that actually, you can see, is telling absolutely the correct time. The city is so beautiful and feels peaceful, and so it's hard to imagine that some days it turns into a death trap when Ukrainian missiles and drones attack the city. And of course, being it's August, summer, it's also teeming with street life. Sevastopol has 4 theaters, I'm told. This is one of the beautiful ones, teeming with different shows. Culture is really valued in Russia. It's a very normal thing to go to the theater. Doesn't matter which walk of life you are. It's very normal to also take children to the theater. Of course, they have their shows that are suited for them. But yeah, culture has always been really valued, even in the summer camps. And you can see on my video on Berdyansk, in the summer camps, they teach ballet, theater, stuff like this. Also buskers everywhere, like in Moscow, like in every Russian town. Probably the only place I haven't seen buskers really is in Donetsk. No, that's not true. In Pushkina, no. In Pushkina, I've recorded a few times buskers. Just not as many. These electric small cars are very popular with Russian kids. These placards are usually the boulevard in every town, usually with the history of the town. Like many places in Russia, also the history of resistance to fascism.
Может где-то ушел ты улыбнулась из окна.
Beautiful Sevastopol. Russians are very serious people, but they're also quick to sing and dance and rejoice. Walking the streets of Sevastopol, I'm probably not going to mention it many times during this video, but I don't feel I'm in Russia. I feel I'm in Greece, in Lisbon, in Turkey. somewhere all of these mixed. And look at this apartment house, it could be anywhere in the Mediterranean. So today we're visiting a very special place in Sevastopol called New Khersonos. Khersonos is the old Greek settlement that was here. I think it's a couple of thousand years old and things like this. But there's a new complex that they were built called New Khersonos. I don't know what to expect. Absolutely, no idea. Apparently it's a very special place. And yeah, let's discover together what is here. I'm here today with my friend Saba. He's a local journalist, and he's booked us the tickets. And so, Saba, what does it say here? It says Novi Khersonos, and what is it?
Yeah, and what is? We're glad to see you in New Khersonos.
Okay.
Maybe welcome to New Khersonos.
Okay. So of course, every public place in Russia there will be some security checks. So we'll help for that, wait for that, and we'll see you on the other side. So, but you know what was the idea behind this project? What was the idea to make this project?
This was idea from our president, if I true, and this idea was in 15th year, and after that we have about 9 years, and we have this complex.
So they tried to make like the old Khersonos, take the idea from the archaeological place and make it reenacted, like.
This is not like all places reenacted, but some part of this area is reenactment.
Okay.
But most of all, this is multimedia museum complex who says about different period of history, from ancient times to new time of Crimea and Nova Russia.
Okay.
This is a museum of Christianity.
Here on the left. Okay. You can see like everything in Russia. This is very impressive, and I didn't even know it was here. Embarrassing. I knew Khersonos was here, but not New Khersonos. So
this is church in open air. As I know, it's one in Russia. Church in open air.
and that church there, it's,
this church is the church of 19th
century.
Yeah, about 1890s.
Okay.
The final of 19th century.
Okay.
On legend, this church situated on the place when our King Vladimir was Christ.
Died? No,
No, died.
Christian here, right here.
No,
that
no,
church.
on
That
this place,
That,
when,
where
the
we can
old
see.
church.
Okay.
And this church on the territory of Old Hetzenas.
Okay, I understand.
And now we
In
in
New
territory
Hetzenas.
of New Hetzenas.
I understand.
Now we in the church,
Yeah.
and if you watch the icons,
Yeah.
and this is the museum of Crimea and Novorossiya on New Russia. Donbass, Kherson, Odessa.
Yeah.
These bas-reliefs, we can see the different sense of history, Crimea and Novorossiya, from ancient times, from old Greeks, old Romans, to Middle Age Kings Vladimir, and later Peter I, Katerina Great, and others. These buildings is stylized for reenactment of the buildings about Middle Age from Byzantine period.
Okay. I think I've shown you quite a few times how much culture is valued in Russia. And how much culture involves the whole family. The family is valued in Russia. Culture is valued in Russia.
Museum of ancient times and Byzantia.
Okay.
They have archaeologists working. They find this river.
This river?
Yes.
Okay.
And now the part of river is
In New Chersonos?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So New Chersonos is still a project that is still working.
Yeah, yeah. Some of objects is now process of working. Yeah, and in the 50 meters we have the territory of Old Kherson.
Okay.
In the day when
This year?
yeah,
Only open
yeah.
2 weeks before. So this is very new, this thing. Okay. Let's go some this reenactment of this building.
This is reenactment building, and in this area we have some different locations. Masterclass.
Yeah. See, there's always activities that I notice, and especially for the children.
Я дам все, я просто все.
And let me remind you, this is all free.
Конечно.
They're making metal. And bow and arrow.
Просто еще думаю, что может и ей интересно будет.
So this is by a local artist, an exhibition
Yes.
by local artists.
And all pictures are about New Khersonis, about this
Okay,
place.
okay.
Mostly.
So that's the theme.
Yes.
Can you tell me, do you have an idea why this project was done? What was the intention behind this project?
It's a big question.
The vision.
The vision.
Because you have old Khersonis, so
Yes.
what was the vision about new Khersonis?
I think it's I don't know. It's the main architect wants to make it, and I think this place needs to unite people to show the another side of Khersonis, of the people who are living here in Sevastopol, and I think this is the idea. But maybe it's not.
And how old is old Khersonis? From what era is that?
Oh, it's antiquity.
Yes, I know it's antiquity, but how old?
Very old, from I think
2,500 years?
yes, from more.
Yes, if you ask about the age of old Khersonis, this is half of first thousand before the Christ.
Before Christ.
Before Christ,
I
yeah.
think the oldest is 4 century before Christ. Yes.
4th century, 5th century, 5th century, yeah.
If you see the place with graves, old graves, yes, and there is the text about it, and they said that 4 century before Christ it was built, this building.
Okay.
Я уже смирился с тем, что я
Мне этот вопрос сложно, не знаю, ну, для чего это место было построено. Я сказала очень все, что это типа как другая сторона старого Херсонеса, только для современных людей.
Ну, в принципе, да,
Ну, да, что вообще, типа, этот вопрос лучше адресовать главному архитектору.
если они в состоянии прочитать просто античную книгу, пожалуйста.
You can buy a small
Like postcard.
postcard.
Yeah.
These were
Okay.
or maybe some more in
Okay.
the shop.
Souvenir. Okay.
Yes, it's very beautiful. And also T-shirts with this picture. Also you can buy.
Это тоже той же техники, в принципе, сделано с расплывчатыми такими вещами.
So Old Khersonos is 1,000, 2,000, 2,500,
Yeah.
2,500 years old. You know.
It's about 400 and
Before Christ.
24 before Christ.
You see, this is Crimea has very old civilization here. I heard there's many interesting things that the Greeks did here, like there's like some court and democracy and things like this, you know. I'm surprised there's nothing in English. So international tourists, if
I don't watch the English language, only Russian alphabet.
no, but what I mean, if foreign tourists coming here, they need something in English. If Sevastopol want foreign tourists,
Now in Sevastopol we have no foreign tourists.
no, but before 2 years coming foreign tourists. Yeah.
Maybe in future.
Okay.
And this is interactive. Yeah. Art is craft.
Okay. How many canals are inside in this port in Sevastopol? There's many small like this lagoons or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. This is one of bay of Sevastopol. It's named Karantin Bay. Because in the early period of history of New Sevastopol, from the time of Katerina, in this place ships stay on quarantine period.
Okay, oh yeah, so here they came.
Before they go to city.
Okay, interesting. They even had quarantine then. So quarantine is not a new thing. Wow, this is very big bell. Look.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this old cathedral.
This is the cathedral where Vladimir was christened here.
Yeah. For you knowledge, this bell was doing in Donetsk.
Yeah, because in that, yes, they have the good steel. There is a huge bell that was made in Donetsk. This is a 19th century church, huh? This church, 19th century. So it's not the church; it's the place where Vladimir was christened, not the church.
In this
Of course.
place, this cathedral was built.
Он еще не до конца доделан. Некоторые элементы изменятся. В частности, например,
Beautiful mosaic in this church, 19th century church, built where Vladimir was christened. And here we can see in the middle of the church the old site that is still present here.
In the time of Second World War, this St. Vladimir's Cathedral was bombed by German aviation, and we have a photo from this period when Sevastopol was occupied by German forces, with ruins of this cathedral.
Fascists seem to always bomb churches, or any,
yes, I don't know. This is was special, or maybe not special, but
I see now, even in Donetsk and in all the conflict, they bomb a lot of churches. You know, there seems to be part of. So we see again here Sevastopol from a different angle. And as you see, Russian tourists are not afraid. All this intimidation and things like this, Russian tourists are still coming. Foreign tourists are not coming, but foreign tourists are not coming to Russia at all. Some Indian and Chinese are coming in Moscow, of course, but they're not coming in Crimea at this moment. It will change. It will change very fast. Actually, what I discovered is that the city is quite huge. I mean, all the way, even what you see on the horizons, it's still Sevastopol. So it's quite a big city, at least size-wise. So you see where the Russians like to swim. The Russians are tough people. So they are swimming just amongst the rocks and everything like this. Probably won't be a classic swimming place in Australia, but this is how they like to swim here. Even Saba said to me, "You learned to swim here, huh?"
Yeah, I learned about 200 meters in this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Again, huh?
How are you, sir?
Are you tired to see me here already?
No.
Are you coming every
You're
day?
always welcome. You're always welcome.
You make the best meat. I love your meat.
Thank you very much. Our lamb is the best in the Crimea.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. You're welcome. Sit down, please.
Okay, we will sit here.
Okay, let's go.
And my friend need beer. You have beer, huh?
Yes, because the best beer.
Okay.
On the Sidra.
Yes. Okay.
How are you? You was in my school?
No, today I went to Festivals.
Yes, very beautiful.
Okay.
I was yesterday.
You went yesterday?
Yes, very beautiful place.
Okay.
Very beautiful and something new in our city.
Okay.
You're welcome. Sit down, please.
Put a little bit the table like this so we can sit.
Okay, I will. No problem.
Yeah. Bring the thing. Okay.
You're welcome. Присаживайтесь, пожалуйста.
Okay. Bring him beer. I know he needs beer now. Hey everybody, if you made it up to now, you must be really interested in the subject. I'm going to actually start making these mini documentaries on many Russian cities. There's two coming up in Yalta and in Berdyansk in Zaporozhye, should be released in the next week or two. All what I ask from all you is from all of you to like, subscribe, share all this information with the world, and if you can afford it, support me. I'm an independent journalist. There's links below for the ways to donate to my mission. What I see is what you get. There's no fibbing here. I'm not an influencer. I'm actually a reporter. So I observe, I talk with people, I make friendships with people, and this is what you get to see in my videos and everything like this. I'm probably the only impartial reporter in Russia at the moment. Yes, I'm pro-Russia and, in the big picture, but I just report to you what I see, and if it's negative, I'll say it. If it's positive, I'll say it. Anyway, let's still a bit to go with this video, and I wish you all a happy and healthy life. So there, the Russian Deep Purple. I just had a chat with the guy, and I missed it on his t-shirts. They're Deep Purple, basically. So the youngest member of the band is 12, and the oldest member of the band is 79.